Since Lil Baby is crazy. That nigga be clowning though, oh God. Ooh. Reggie made the video. Ooh, Reggie made the video. Hold on. Let me go back. Reggie made the video. That's hard. That's hard. Ooh, that's hard. This nigga be spin. Hey. Winning. That nigga be spit. That nigga be spazzing, don't he? Yeah, let's see what else. Let's see what else they got. Let's chill to. Let's let everybody get in this motherfucker. Let everybody get in this motherfucker. Even no jumper timeout too.
Bro, you niggas be
G-Block, 7th Street, nigga, the general.
Go piss on the
nigga.
Post this video, since you niggas is acting dumb hard, me, I'm gonna piss on me,
Control me, I don't play like that. Swing the striker through they shit every time they make me mad. Spit the bag on pose, did a show and made it back. Now up and spit on you. This the same way the drink he had. I found that bitch the same day the nigga pissed me off. A real donkey from my block, J-Bo kicked it off. Them 6 shots.
This nigga made me want to go kill somebody. What the fuck?
Go get a body of your own and speak to me. Yo's not no stepper, he ain't never shot no switch. He needs city. Lost my brother and I know it fucked me up, cause it ain't hit. Don't even trip my lucky mo. You know your baby bro gon' get him.
Facts.
Left him with a zip like an ounce of weed. It was dark, but the flash of the Drake ain't make it hard to see. He county punching niggas' faces. I ain't Marley B. You know some getting touched if niggas hopping in the car with me. Been bouncing out since 15. I got hella seen. The way I shot that nigga with the fully switch was hella clean. Tell bro don't play with the Drakes. I'll turn a Millie G. And everyone no 20 got no skis, so we don't let him speed. G. Hey, nigga, we don't let him say a thing. They call me Drakes, but I popped out today with Baby A. Push the broadside when we got on, like, hey, I need my space. Top bulky, I'm shooting like I ain't wasn't even 6'2", but I had 6'2". They call me Dirty Drake. Tap my first face as a pup, I'm really EBK. Got the most scenes, so the homies let me talk this way. But fuck lows was
This little nigga be talking.
This was done when it J Black, damn mess now. Janky a faggot, still be walking with his chest out. He known for sucking dick and talking shit, he got the best mouth. The last two, DOA, they are not responsive. First one ain't no joke.
This little nigga be talking.
Pop the tribe, nigga, they looked up to J-Bo really poppin'. Rapping shit ain't changed shit. Killing niggas still eyes. The young Niggas stepping from my hood, popping North niggas. Leave it like we through there or we not. I'm like, of course, nigga. And bro was bouncing out right beside me, ain't had to force niggas. Hey, and I can name about 6 that's dead, but we need more victims. Say Simon name, she gon' get greasy like I'm T.I.O. They say I'm fucking up the politics, fucking with the ball. This is the G, need some, nigga, let you play it sick. We gon' come and drop a bucket, Frisco in fuck up the politics, cause I face niggas. No, my niggas gon' pick me up the slide, cause I spank niggas. You let him get a chance to run, you better chase niggas. Scoring on the ops, this last one gon' be the game winner. Rory World, I just slid for that nigga, man. Over casino, I was bouncing out that minivan. The fully switch shooting, rapping like I got 20 hands. And I was tapping in from the pin, getting niggas.
Let me know what y'all want a nigga to react to. Yeah, I'm just on here chilling right now. Can't nobody say that like that, nigga. What he say? He say, God, who am I? Praying to the sky. I be wishing that I top while you keep complaining. You forever be my child. They wanna hang us. I don't know who I can run to. I don't know who I can run and hide. Hey, baby, I love it. Can you for me like you do? I mean, awful. What I did, what I did. Bitch, I made me 8 years on time that I was down. I don't give a fuck about no money. Might still catch me with a crime. Might still catch me with my white Glock. I've been walking on a white block with the threats lately. Even though I fuck with Southside. Growing past the way, so on FaceTime. They like they want to shoot her. Tell me when it's coming, I've been waiting for her. No, yeah. That is fine. Murder all time. Hustling at his finest. All my life I've been trying to get it right. I don't need you up and leave with me.
I need you. Oh, I pray on my knees at night so the angels see.
I am not always in line.
Running from my birthplace.
Doing what? I got all I can eat. Some peace, can still on the way. Hey, baby, love me, can you for me like you do? That nigga be spitting, man. Niggas be. You hear my cat in the background? Fucking crybaby. Let's see what these niggas all do. Let's tap into their world for a little bit. See what they talk about. Tap into their world. What's up with my cat, bro? Hey. What's wrong, buddy? What's wrong with you today, boy? Because I'm on street. Because I'm on stream. You want to be on stream?
basically says, y'all are little boys to me. He sunned T-Rail and Smack. AD was spared. AD and Academics, I believe, have like a stronger relationship. But Academics just came at the Bag on Fig guys with a level of
Who's the back on
venom.
if he spared T-Rail?
Well, no, he didn't spare T-Rail. He spared AD. AD did not get mentioned.
Yeah.
Even though he was kind of like dissing the entirety of Fig Community, and he was saying things that also apply to AD, which we can get into, but he really was just calling out Smack and T-Rail. And he got pretty personal with it right away because he was saying, y'all are both crippled. He's saying, y'all, T-Rail, you got one arm, Smack, you got 1 foot. Why is it never the able-bodied dudes who want smoke? Which, even right there, you're like, oh shit, okay, so he's taking this more personal than you maybe would have expected. And Act is even saying,
what specifically did they say about like this incident that made it?
I'm going to be real. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. So I did not actually see what Bag on Fig said. I saw what Act said, and then I saw Act responding to whatever they said.
You had Smack acting
like Act got held out by Dave. Yeah.
You had T-Rail acting like Dave Free, and they was acting like they was doing little roles and shit.
He's like they role played in public and out. Okay. Okay.
So that basically led
Nigga,
to
Wax a
Academics just
fucking
unloading on
weirdo.
them.
I don't give a fuck what nobody
put out
says.
this narrative,
Nigga,
which
Wax
is
a
basically
weirdo,
true,
nigga.
where he basically talked
What the
about
fuck?
how the Bag on Fig guys, he says he created Bag on Fig. And the reason why he says that, the reason why he says that is
These
because
niggas be picking and choosing on who the fuck they want to talk shit about. Look at Lush High.
And
White boy hot in the
having people
bitch.
like T-Rail and AD on his stream.
Adam
and he
was like
started gassing
Sid off
them up.
fucking.
He started telling them Adam should be paying you guys at least $250,000 a year. He started telling, exactly, yeah.
That
He
nigga
started
like
telling them
Sid.
that they were the real talent and that they were keeping No Jumper afloat, all this stuff. Basically, just
Come over here, I'll pay you more.
Exactly. He's telling them that he would give them like way more money, etc. He basically kind of like gassed them up into blocking their own blessings and leaving No Jumper and definitely making less money.
Nah, that definitely wasn't the case.
The
Fuck
War,
no.
I got to give that credit that was a masterfully played tactic.
Masterfully.
That nigga Adam and Lush, they know exactly what they did. So he tryna.
What they're
That nigga tryna
Okay,
play.
but they already had their own thing going. AD already had Community, and then T-Rail already had Bag on Fig.
I'm talking specifically with T-Rail.
Okay, but they already had Bag on Fig, and they were doing Bag on Fig for like a year while they were still at No Jumper. So they were getting paid off No Jumper, and then they also had their own platform. And their platform was bracking, in the words of you. It was
This nigga said-
bracking because of the fact that they were so tightly intertwined with No Jumper that anything that happened on No Jumper, they would actually stir up beef on No Jumper, and then they would go home and do their own stream and kind of react to it and hype it up and make it crazy or whatever. And like they were just killing it at that time. They were doing way bigger numbers.
This
and then
nigga sound like
also
he
making money off
Biggie.
No Jumper. Academics kind of put the battery in their back to believe that they were worth more. So then they left No Jumper. And now they're like not doing, and he even, he's going through their page and he's looking at the views and he's saying, look at how you're getting 500 views on this video and 1,000 views on this video, and then you talk about Academics and you're getting 30.
For niggas who doing that shit on their own, bro, they doing pretty good. Shit, I got zero, nigga. Fuck, they doing better than me, nigga.
Saying AD was making more than a little 2K
I'm at
a month
zero,
now.
nigga. They at 500, nigga. What the
Academic-
fuck?
Or AD said that he was 6-figure AD when he was here, and I'm not
He
saying
is,
that he was
it
lying.
still is.
He was doing
Fuck.
very well because he was doing a
Uncle
shitload
like
of
a
content,
bitch.
and he basically negotiated
This
his
nigga look like
contract
a whole
when we were at the
female.
top of
This
the
nigga
market,
look like a
which
auntie,
is no longer the
nigga.
case.
He
to
look
be
like a
totally honest. The
auntie.
market's definitely not what it used to be. But at that time, AD was able to negotiate more than
outta
we
here.
probably realistically would ever be able to pay somebody like him now because of the
That nigga
fact
look
that
like a
at that
auntie.
time the numbers were booming so much and shit was doing so
I'm
good. 'cause we were
done
in the
calling that
middle of
nigga
a pandemic.
Unc. That's Aunt.
COVID.
That's
But
Aunt.
also, like,
What up, Annie?
they definitely were able to take advantage of the fact that there's a lot of people that just No Jumper is such a big fan base, and even there's a large contingent that hate watch it. They want to see it for the fuck shit. Yeah. So a lot of people just offer.
That's
it,
all
like,
y'all
oh, we're gonna
bring. Who
support
else wouldn't,
anything that
nigga?
goes
That's
against
all
No
y'all
Jumper.
fucking bring.
So when
They were playing the rebel fleet inside of like who are being depicted. You know what it was? It was like WWF Raw.
right type shit.
Or was it WWE?
That
Raw?
nigga's talking
But
about
anyway, it was like
everything
the bad
besides
kids, like
what
the
he
really
did to
crazy
get them to
kids who
fucking
were
quit.
throwing paper
Nigga.
and shooting spitballs.
What y'all do
in
to get him to
class and
quit?
yeah, that's
Explain
fucking
that.
Awesome. But then
Nigga
when the
saying
teacher
everything
dies
else.
and you're just on your own, what do you have left? You're just beefing between each other, and you're spending a week doing content about Tiny humping the air and shit, you know?
Well, I mean, do you think that Ack, when he was first giving them like that
Free
confidence,
Diddy,
was
ain't
like,
nothing wrong with being a
operating under
freak.
the assumption that they'd be doing more creative content
That was
on their
Charlamagne.
own.
That wasn't giving them confidence.
You think?
Once again, Free Diddy. Ain't
I
nothing
think Ack
wrong
was
with being
trying
a
to stir
fucking
up
freak.
controversy with them because he realized that they were. I don't think those tricks could work the same on our current cast because I think our current cast, to be real, most of them appreciate the opportunity, realize that it's doing good things for them, and they also realize that there's a lot of power in the platform. Look at somebody like Brick Baby. We've all known Brick Baby for all these years, but then Brick Baby comes on No Jumper for 2 years. He's like literally the most fucking talked about person in the city for a couple years there because of the fact that he was making so much noise by being on a big platform. Honestly, like T-Rail and AD are like kind of the perfect instructive story for me in terms of having like a real conversation with anybody in the future about what it's like to leave, where yes, you can own 100% of what you're doing, but the truth is that at No Jumper, you can still do whatever you're doing on YouTube or whatever you're doing on TikTok or whatever. It's just being a part of No Jumper also makes that bigger, and I think that
He just trying to gas up his shit, man. He ain't speaking nothing but facts.
When they left, they had all the motion in
shit.
the world, and then as time goes by, and they can't really like hate on No Jumper, and that doesn't move the needle anymore. They're just kind of stuck. Now, the
Sid
level
off
of
Toy
energy
Story,
I
that's
had
what
for
it
them
is.
was kinda like,
This nigga
whoa,
look like Sid
I
off
couldn't
fucking Toy
believe it.
Story.
I texted him and I said, Ack, I'm gonna call your ass when we're on stream. He didn't respond to me. Then all of a sudden I see one of these fucking pages that clips everything going on in the Fig Community universe. They clipped it before I even got a response from Ack. So they're making content about Ack talking about me hitting him up. Now I didn't hit him up saying,
Yeah, how they know
because Ack talked about it on stream right away, like as soon as I fucking talk about it. Now I didn't hit up Ack. Ack lied. Ack said that I hit him up wanting to take down Fig Community.
No.
Literally all I said to him was, yo, I'm gonna call you on stream. I didn't say anything about my intentions or anything like that. I'm being honest, like investing a ton of energy into talking about them at this point is just not a great use of my time or energy. It's just not really, it's not big enough for that many of the fans to really give a fuck about.
Right.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Right.
Hey, so look in this situation, 'cause I did some content on it. I did some content on it for sure.
What's the big old deal?
So, do y'all think Ack, you know what I'm saying, he got a W in this situation, or do y'all think, you know what I'm saying, he backed down and took an L in this situation?
With Dave Free?
Yeah.
I mean,
because-
all we have to go on is his description of it. But his description of it makes it sound like it was not them being on some tough shit. If I had to guess, Ack definitely had security in the building. Now, I don't personally think that was probably the energy that Dave Free was coming to him with. But Ack makes a good point, which is that it's basically like he's a civilian. So it's like you want to pack him out,
Look,
cool.
look, okay, so
He's
look.
gonna sue your ass.
So look,
That's
so
the
bam,
civilian shit, right?
bam, I'm glad you said
If they
that.
beat up Ack,
Look.
Ack's gonna make $1 million
So-
off
so-
Kendrick and TDE and Dave Free.
And so that's where you got to know where to play the game and what's content. Because look, when I first looked into it, Ack went on one. So basically,
He talking about he gonna send niggas to Nip,
yeah,
Draco.
yeah. So Ack, like
He
if
said
you,
that?
so Ack
But that's
said,
content,
yeah, no,
though.
I did that content. So Ack basically was like, if Absol or somebody like he like basically, I'm gonna go to a concert. I ain't gotta come to the East Coast. I'm gonna go.
come
He
to
like
you.
if somebody touch me, but per se, he said Absol name. If somebody touch me. Man, I'm telling you, man, y'all gonna go meet Nipsey, Draco, Tupac.
This nigga
Like,
said
y'all
they
gonna
about to
have
go
dinner
meet Mike
party. Man, I'll tell you,
Jack.
somebody touch me, right?
Michael Jackson.
So he go to the concert, right? But when he go to the concert,
No energy.
They said Dave Free pulled down on him, and Dave Free like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's all that? You been talking? And they was like, act like, man, what you talking about, bro? That's just content. So they said Dave Free told him like, hey, look, basically, you and said some shit. It's personal for me.
Facts.
Is it personal for you? They like act like it ain't personal. He like, it's personal for me. If you want to run it, we can run
Let's-
it. And they
let's
was
get it
I was
on,
like,
nigga.
Man, no, man, that's just content. You
But
feel
once
me?
going on the internet, ain't it considered content? Like, can't nobody got.
Free want to run the fade though with academics.
That nigga
Because
always
he
saying,
said
hold on, hold
he
on,
had a
hold on.
baby
Every
by
time somebody else
somebody
want to
he
His
talk.
name was entangled all in that beef. His
got
name
him
was being
all in the
spoke.
diss
Act was
song.
covering
I
that.
would assume that in Act discussing Drake claiming that Dave Free was the father of one of Kendrick's kids, I'm gonna go on a limb and say that Act probably said some disrespectful shit.
Yeah.
Probably.
You know, like probably that he doesn't remember, but for
don't
sure he
remember.
probably was throwing spice on it.
Yeah, he did. It wasn't just about Kendrick. It was about Dave Free name being mentioned. That's why he put it on him like it's personal for me, like the shit
Right.
you was saying.
And because think about if you're Dave Free, you ain't exactly talked about every single day in the fucking media. Yeah, the Kendrick fan pages talk about you, but you're not world famous. You're not the person that everybody's yapping about. Drake made Dave Free
A household name.
like 100 times more famous. I don't think I knew his name before all this. You could have said Kendrick's manager. Maybe I would have recognized him or some shit. But to him, it's a little different. Kendrick is used to being talked about every fucking day. People hating on him, whatever. Dave Free, this is kind of new. So I do understand that it's probably more emotionally charged for him. Whereas Ack, he talks about it that day, that week, and then he forgets about it. He probably don't even remember what he said.
If I do a song and diss Adam and throw Ed in it, and like what the he catch a stray and go fill away.
For sure.
So shit, Dave Free breathed on him. But the thing is, why academics didn't have that same energy when he said he gonna send people to Nipsey, Draco, Tupac, Biggie, and the rest of them, King Von.
But you gotta understand that once it's on the
This what
internet,
Ack
it's
said.
content.
This what Ack said. Ack basically said this to sum it all up. He's not in the streets. He's not a gangbanger. He is civilian. I can say what I want to say,
There you
and
go.
then when I see you in person, I can cop deuces.
There you go.
And if you don't do nothing to me, that's on you, cause you the street dude. I'm a civilian.
There you go. There
Well,
you go.
Dave Free
So
should
how's that?
There you go.
Cause whack a
I
fucking
didn't say it was
hoe.
L. I asked y'all the
No,
question.
as a
You
man,
not whack
it's
act.
a
Y'all
L.
think it's
My
an
bad,
L? Did he
whack a
back
hoe
there, or do y'all
too,
think
but-
it's a W?
I don't think it's an
I
L.
said it was L.
I don't see how it's an L.
It's an L.
I don't
If
see
Ack
how.
went to that concert after all those months and months and months of talking shit about him and nothing happened to him, of course it's a W.
Yeah, and the worst thing that happened is Dave Free like gave a thinly veiled threat in a fade inquiry.
Yeah, like all the talking don't do nothing.
I
Like if
agree.
you
Yeah.
just
Dave-
saying I'll
Dave Free
beat you
should've
up or
smashed him.
I could beat
Exactly.
you up, that doesn't do anything. That's not a W.
So wait,
But
listen to what
ain't
you
a
just said,
W
much
for,
when you
for
said
him
somebody
either, though.
should have did something, somebody shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't. Hence,
Man,
it's
this ain't
not
no battle rap, fool.
No, I'm just saying he
And
didn't
that's
do
what
nothing.
that's
He said
also,
this ain't
that's
no
what
battle
Ack was
rap.
saying
Who?
to T-Rail and Smack. It's like,
Who?
why are you guys acting like you're on all this tough shit? None of y'all did anything to anybody ever
That's
that we
true.
know about.
That's true, but that's also not manly in some Buster shit to say all the things you said and then not be on that when you're around the
Fact.
person,
I mean,
Fact.
civilian or not.
But what Ack is saying
Fuck
might be.
civilian. What about man, and what about feet?
But this is the thing. Ack might say you're a goofy, you're a fucking dork, you're a loser, your music sucks, whatever. But he doesn't say
That's
when I
something
see you, I'm gonna
different.
kill you. That's what the gangsters say is when I see you, you're my op, you're gonna die. Ack doesn't say that.
Ack did say that.
Ack
Ack
says
said he gonna send you to
no, but he's
Tupac.
saying if you step to me like you want to do something physically to me, then I'm gonna blow your ass down. Now, obviously. That is debatable, especially because you're in the middle of a fucking arena. You're at a stadium. Obviously, we don't think you're going to blow anybody down, but I also don't think Ack is dumb enough to roll up to that sort of thing without security. Now, granted, also,
Fact.
if you were TDE, you probably got 10 security, and it's not even a big deal. You know, you got the venue security. Obviously, you could probably do whatever the fuck you want to do, but if they didn't do anything, then what are we talking about?
Hey, but
Right.
but why say you go send somebody to all these people that's resting, and when you come to see their show in peace?
Because he wasn't
We don't
saying
care
that he
about
was going to do
civilian-
some tough shit.
We're
He's
not
saying,
saying civilian.
if you
as a
want to do
man.
something tough to me, then I'm going to kill you.
The fuck?
Whether you believe him or not, that's what he's saying. He's not saying
That's
somebody already
crazy.
stepped to you tough.
who.
Dave Free.
He said if
talking about
somebody
Russ?
touch him. If
Oh
somebody
no,
touch
Big
him,
Mensa.
If he touch him,
yeah, if
he
he
said
touched
if
me.
somebody touch him, if he get touched,
Now,
this
you-
is what's gonna
you-
happen.
it-
You going to
you're
Drake?
not even
going
in
to
the arena
Draco,
with no
Nipsey, and all
pistol.
that.
The same
So-
thing with me. If I'm talking
You
of,
didn't get in
if
there
Dave
with
Free
that.
says like, "Hey, you a bitch," I don't respect you. I'm gonna say, "All right, I don't care, whatever."
So again, like he said, it's just content, and he is civilian. And if you see him and you want to be a gangster and put your hands on him, handle your business.
to the viewers that got an Obama phone, a Google email, and made a YouTube account, don't make no YouTube channel talking crazy to people because it ain't content with everybody.
It's
Everybody-
content once it's on the internet. I think y'all
No,
get confused.
no.
Street stuff
No,
happen
hey,
in the
no, no,
streets.
because you gonna-
Content happen on the internet.
No,
Y'all take.
that's-
Hold on one second. Y'all.
that's
The whole
cold.
time y'all talking
Facts.
about what's violent and what's not gang. If the street shit is
Bro.
street shit, content shit is content shit.
Well,
Once
you
it's
gonna
the
do some
internet, it's
with somebody
content.
and get hurt then.
You can't get hurt. If you get hurt, then it ain't no longer content. That's street
Yeah,
shit.
no, that ain't content. It's an obituary.
Exactly. So, but it shouldn't be that way. Content is
No,
content,
because
gang.
you got to know who the content with.
It's content is content. How gangster? Why you on the internet then? I asked the gangster, why you on the internet then?
Nigga, I don't mingle with family because I'm
So why
monetizing
you
niggas
on
I
the
want to.
internet then?
Nigga,
Then on the internet then we not gangster no
Hold
more.
on. Bro, I'm not playing with people hoods and shit on the internet.
But it's
I'm
on the
not
internet.
disrespecting nobody. If I'm
Man.
disrespecting you, I don't respect you. So it's gonna go there anyway. I probably wanted to go there.
So keep it on the internet. If it happen on the internet, keep it on the internet.
No,
if it stay on the
no,
streets,
fuck
keep it
that.
on the
No,
streets.
hell
So
no.
why is a street nigga on the internet trying to cause problem on the
You're
internet?
not saying what I'm saying. I'm not gonna disrespect St. Louis.
On the internet, you can.
No, I'm not.
Just do it in the
This
streets.
Cause I gotta go to St. Louis one day, and I don't.
We don't care as long as you don't do it in the streets.
I'm only gonna disrespect shit I don't respect.
Huh? He said, as long as you don't do it in the street.
Yes, the internet and the streets are two different things.
No.
Y'all try to make it the same.
No, I'm only
I'm
gonna
not trying to make nothing.
I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you.
Look, I agree. Like
It's-
I
it's
agree that
different.
you should know the difference, but you know, some people go, you know what I'm saying, are congregated in the same.
Now, given the YNs, they don't know the difference.
I'm only gonna disrespect what I don't respect, jokingly or unjokingly.
But it's the internet, though. Once on the internet, it's the internet. Nobody should die over the internet, gang.
Facts.
If I don't respect you, I'm gonna disrespect you on this here
Oh, who
internet.
this
But
nigga
then you
calling
should disrespect
act?
it back on the
This
internet.
nigga calling
If you want to
act.
disrespect somebody, go to their hood.
I'm not gonna play with nobody I respect.
Academics.
It was cracking.
What's going on, man? Hey, we seen you with these harsh words for Figmunity. We're hearing about you potentially getting pressed by Dave Free. You got the internet in a frenzy, and we talking about it.
How soft you
If you
is.
just called me that I could finish off your dirty work, I get it. You got the right one. Hey, listen, I was just confused. I'm like, they can't even handle Adam. Why they coming that big act?
Yo, bro, that's the crazy shit about it is that I can't really see T-Rail doing the same thing that he does to everybody else because everybody else, he says, fuck you, fuck your mama, you's a bitch. I don't think that he could really do that to somebody that he considers to be like a god or like, you know, someone who's so much more popular than him because he's like mentally, he's a slave to people who are more popular. Like I don't doubt for a second that he would suck Kai Cenat's dick for a droplet of clout.
Don't they call Ack and Kai Cenat Big Bro?
For
Haven't they referred to
sure.
both of them as Big Bro?
I can't understand how they instantly came with this, like, fabricated.
Look at 607 hung back that bitch bouncing.
So I
Ain't
voluntarily,
shit playing that
like,
nigga
I'm
back down.
voluntarily going to wherever I need to go. I know Kendrick's going to have the best, not best, but definitely the highest grossing tour. I wanted to see it.
Ain't shit playing and that nigga back there bouncing. Fuck you listening to?
The only show I could have made.
Nigga got music playing in his own head.
I go there. Listen, keep in mind, I'm a civilian. I'm not no.
Hey, bro, that civilian shit trash, bro.
So I'm just cooling, right? So I go to the show. Now here's the thing: I could have went to the show on some 6ix9ine shit. I could have.
What does that mean?
6ix9ine wouldn't even win.
What that mean, Ack?
What are you talking about?
He say he could have snitched, nigga.
I mean, 6ix9ine on O-Block took a couple pictures and dipped.
Right.
And posted it afterwards, but that's not what I want. I'm not even trying to antagonize them. You get what I'm saying? So, brother, I literally start posting in the concert. Also, if I was, like I'm hoping not to see no one, I knew somebody was gonna tell them.
Hey, hold on. So hold on. Antagonizing, not saying I'm gonna send you to Tupac, Nipsey, Draco, King Von. That's not antagonizing.
Brother, if somebody said they're gonna put hands on you, it sounds like they antagonize you. Absol said when he see me, he gonna slap me. So I told him, after he slapped me, he gonna be at a Juice WRLD and Nipsey concert.
The fuck, stop playing on me. So academics a killer. Academics a killer then.
No.
Academics a killer.
I'm somebody who
He a killer. He got Dirk locked up. Academics got Dirk locked up.
Oh, man.
Wait,
Here's the thing.
wait, Ack, did you have security with you or are you dolo?
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you rolling?
Brother, I'm rolling. First of all, I'm rolling everywhere with security. I got a
Okay.
lot of ops.
He
And I'm
soft.
rich. The fuck?
Yeah.
Man, I was in New York with no security. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. It was getting.
You're King Pill.
No, hold on. I'll tap in with some hood niggas, but I'm also tapping with security.
Man.
And shit, if I could, I'm gonna make sure I have my pistol on me because I'm a licensed carrier.
He lucky from St. Louis. If St. Louis is security, we automatically attack.
If I could bring some Charleston White Mace, I'm doing that too. Again, I move around like my life is in thread, so you gotta just move accordingly. But anyway, it wasn't that type of vibes. Anyway, Anthony Celeb pulled up. Me and we talked. Again, I don't got no problem with TDE, PG Lang, whatever the case is. And then afterwards, Dave Free pulled up.
Yeah.
Okay? I pretty much told the story. I said, listen, this happened. Remember, if I wanted to make it look crazy, I could have ducked off, don't post, take two sneak pictures, dipped out, start trolling online. Didn't do none of that. I got online voluntarily afterwards, and I said, let me tell people what happened. Right? Also, I don't know if they were on some funny shit, because when I was having a conversation, I had a conversation with Anthony, and that was good. We exchanged numbers.
Okay, but the part that stood out to me when you were telling the story, everything seemed pretty normal, but then there was one part where you said, I'm not saying that he was crying when you were talking about Dave Free, and it kind of felt like you were saying that he was crying or that
Facts.
he was doing something
Facts.
close to crying.
Yeah, he was crying.
That's like the reverse of a
I didn't
press.
see him
Yeah.
crying, but like I'm looking him in the eyes, and it's watery a little bit, but it's not crying. It's
The
like
fuck?
I could tell,
Yeah, like he was passionate.
turned up.
Like
He's
He was
bad.
about to cry.
Yeah.
Right, because think about it, like Dave Free, like this was probably more upsetting to Dave Free than anybody else in a sense, because he was not really that much of a public figure, and now like literally everybody in the fucking rap game knows his name and knows about these crazy allegations that they were never proven, but probably a lot of people still have doubts.
Yeah, no, 100%. But here's the thing, and he admitted it too. It's just like, bro, at the end of the day, y'all called Drake a pedophile. Drake said what he said about y'all. He's basically saying homie's kid ain't his. He's making fun of this person. He's talking about, Kendrick's woman and shit like that. Yo, at the end of the day, I'm going to just keep it a being about both sides.
Yeah, why is Ack responsible?
Hold on, no.
For why is Ack responsible for what Drake said?
Is Ack OVO?
No.
Hold on. Ack, is you OVO?
If I'm I'm a media person now.
No. Are you OVO? You part of that camp?
Drake my nigga, but I'm not an OVO.
No. It seems like you picked a side, right?
Munchie B is like, he's such a blood that he got to side with these bloods too.
No. Because I watch academic shit.
They all bloods.
No.
Here's the point.
I watch OVO. No.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Put it like this. I look at like if any idea that I could get press sounds crazy to me, because I ain't seen not one TDE PG Lang nigga slide on OVO, and I ain't see one OVO nigga slide on PG Lang.
Yeah, it's a rap beef.
Yeah, that's kind of my whole point. Like, why is Ack accountable?
If that did happen, why would it be talked
Because
about?
they could get to him. They could get to Ack. They can't get to the boy.
That's weak.
No. They could get to him. They know where that nigga live. Everybody got addresses on public. What I'm trying to say is that you see, when I look at rap beef, this is why I pull up. Because it can't be that serious to y'all. I've covered Chicago beef where niggas get shot.
What rappers you talking about?
Let me ask you a question, man.
That serious between them.
Aunt Hefe has a question. What are you saying, Aunt?
I want to ask him a little question. He said something about
Aunt Hefe has a question.
man, what's up, Ack, man? You was kind of going in about West Coast podcasters versus you need to bring some Chicago podcasters to the table or something like that.
What the fuck they gonna do?
Hey.
What about them?
No, hold on.
What about
Let me
him?
tell you the truth, though. There's too much podcasting happening on the West Coast discussing fades, all these other things that's about violence, and I never hear about the violence.
Hey, but guess what? Hey, bro, the real podcasters, they not really talking about doing nothing to nobody.
Yeah, no, for real.
The
Are
real
you?
gangbangers as podcasters, they not talking about hurting nobody.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
for real. And all you gotta do is look at a million hits though, because we ain't gonna
Get to, like, people like
broadcast a lot of
Drake
shit.
and T-Rail, they talking about fades, this, that, and thirds, marked out. I've never seen them do shit.
They could barely move around. Never mind fight.
Nah, but
I mean, he's not.
but see, you got to keep in mind these people that you catching at their podcast stage. What about before they became podcasters?
You just think T-Rail got a body?
Talking
No,
about their
I'm not talking
during
about
their
T-Rail.
mobilities phase.
I'm not talking
in
about
life.
nobody in particular. I'm talking about West Coast podcasters before they put a camera in their face or a microphone. They
Hold on.
I'm talking about they got history before that.
Bro, Smack gets money from the government for just being slow.
No, but I'm not talking about
I
Smack.
respect that, but they could
This nigga.
What the fuck is wrong with Adam? Adam's going crazy.
Wait, what'd you say?
And you're gonna say, Ack, you don't DJ no more. So it's like we hearing about things that niggas not doing. And again, most of the people giving these opinions are saying whatever. They're saying what should happen.
Nah, for real.
Like
Crazy
again,
as fuck.
we're not hearing about current shit. This is why also I was a little confused by the T-Rail shit, because I'm like, bro, like,
I can't speak.
bro, just give your opinion on music. You got a POV that's different from mine. That's cool.
But you gotta understand.
Hey, but he grouped it in West Coast podcast.
Nah, they glaze TDE. They like are so desperate.
Yeah.
They put all their eggs in the Kendrick bucket. Like they just are gonna glaze Kendrick until one day they get an interview with him. And I think this is the thing you're forgetting about is when you were in LA last time, you pulled up and did a podcast with me, Wack, Trapler Ross, etc. You didn't go fuck with them because their shit is ice cold right now, and I think they hold that against you.
No, that's not
Did
even
they,
why
did,
I
hold
didn't
on. Did they
Makes
reach out
sense.
to him?
They probably didn't even bother. I don't know. Maybe.
So you can't say he didn't. No, they didn't even reach out to him. So you can't say that. Though.
Nah, I think they're
Ack-
salty.
Ack wasn't fucking with him.
Here's the thing, though.
Did they reach out?
Don't matter.
You gotta get the con to say somebody.
Because you were dissing T-Rail and Smack, but I noticed that you weren't saying nothing about AD. I feel like you still feel a closeness to AD.
Just
Because
AD.
AD never said nothing about it. Again,
Yeah.
these guys came with a narrative, right, about an event that they
That's
were
what
not
Brandon
at.
try to sound like.
They're saying Act got marked out
I just got it.
by some LA whoever at this show. And
Like
I
Brandon.
wanted to, again,
He said he
this
like
is- if this
Brandon.
West Coast podcast and loves to, litigate
Hey, don't
this
group that in,
marked
bro.
out phase. I'll ask y'all the question. If you a gang member, you gangster, and you supposedly have issues with somebody who's a civilian, who's pussy, who ain't like that, you never show up to where he's at. He shows up to where you're at. Y'all had a conversation. You tell me what's the gangster thing to do after that. Talk about how this is how the conversation went. I was willing to leave it alone. We had a conversation like men, like most men would do. And now I'm hearing T-Rail, and I don't know if they're the mouthpieces for PG Lang or TV, whatever. But now I
Never heard
gotta
of PG
correct
Lang.
this. I
That's
gotta
Kendrick.
correct
That's
it right now.
Kendrick.
Huh?
That's
Because
Kendrick record label.
again, especially, and again, I know y'all from the West who's probably in that room because I know Adam called. Y'all tell me who gets the gangster points. The people
Well,
that-
Hey, look.
if that was my homie, Judah got
somebody
smashed.
they don't like. Is that what?
Hey, no,
I
but
said if that was my homies, I think they try to be more professional and corporate or whatever TDE. I'm
I
saying,
agree.
but I don't know, but my group of friends, peers, and homies, it would have been bad because you said you was gonna send people to the clouds and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If he got touched, he said that.
Absol started that issue with me. This was
No.
an Absol thing.
That's
Like,
overstood. I'm just
beef with
saying.
Absol
I think it went that way because they trying to be professional, corporate, whatever. However they did it.
Again, when somebody says that, of course it could go anyway. I don't think those people showed up on behalf of Absol. But here's the point, and I do agree. And that's what I'm saying. When I told the story, I kept it respectful. I never said, and again, maybe I did go a little, again, I didn't mean to do this crying. I really meant he's passionate. I'm talking about Dave Freeze.
That sounds
passionate. I
better.
could tell him.
That was
Very
Adam
different.
That was Adam putting extras on the crying, bro.
This
said
nigga
it.
sound like he be trying
he
to
said
cover
it.
his
But he said he wasn't crying, but I'm like, why would you say he's not crying? Obviously,
No.
none of us are crying.
Nah, if you
I
say
don't think
he's
nobody
not
took it
crying,
like the way you said it though.
but that's implying
I
that
didn't say
he was crying.
So I try to speak on the situation, but here's the thing. I understand the internet has a reputation of me, so they want me to basically just bow down, like, oh yeah, they punked me. No, we had a good conversation. I literally said it was a little bit of give and take. Part of what they were saying is like, hey, some of the trolling after the battle, it comes from fans, but some of it comes from some pages you're associated with. Like, bro, that's unnecessary. And I said, listen, there's things that's being said on the opposite side that's being said that people, because the people that were on my page are like fans as well. That's why it's kind of, and I said, yo, both artists need to get together. Y'all can't come into media, nigga. If y'all artists is saying, yo, why is this man's wife being dragged in it still? Why is this person being dragged in it? You call the man a pedophile. Yo, y'all artists gotta lower the tensions among fans. Fans ain't here to make decisions for y'all, neither are the media. So that's why I even said, they weren't, to me, the energy, especially Dave Free pulled up on me with, it wasn't of a winner. It was somebody who was saying, why is this shit going on like this still? And I'm like, what did y'all think was gonna happen when y'all came out the gate calling a man a pedophile?
So, I have another question. It's what do you think T-Rail's strategy is going to be with you? I feel like you did enough that you disrespected them to the point where they got to do something.
We know what Adam about. We know
we've
exactly
seen
what Adam
T-Rail
about to do.
handle this in a specific way, which is talking shit and saying you ain't shit, your mama ain't shit, fuck your mama, fuck your kids. I don't think he's going to do that to you because I think he knows that he'll get packed up. So I think everybody, myself included, is waiting to see what kind of energy he's going to have. Now, if this does become a full-on war, I got a lot of ammunition for you. I got access to the paperwork from his bankruptcy. I'm out here.
Adam,
You crazy.
let me save you the suspense. One thing I don't like about you, Adam, and you my peer, okay? You sitting at the same table as me.
I've
Look
been
how
going
Adam's
easy on,
face
T-Rail.
changed.
I feel
Look how
like
that
you might
nigga
not wanna
face
be so easy.
changed.
Here's the thing. one thing with you, you like the guy who's on the varsity team, and you go to the middle school park and try to cook everybody. We don't like that. I don't like the fact that you've been trying to, like, brother, at a point, like Tyrell or whoever could say, you know, whatever in their response, but if I wouldn't dignify with a back and forth, I'm gonna be honest with you. And the back and forth really is, brother, like, you helped keep a lot of things afloat. I'm not gonna do it. That's not my job. You know what I mean? And again, honestly, I don't even have nothing against him. I just had to address because I seen, you know, some people say they were doing the joking manner, so I shouldn't take it serious. But again, I feel like they're close enough to that situation over there. They're speaking on a conversation and a situation that now I got to start turning up. So now, like, I could have went full troll on it. Like, y'all know I could have left that concert and said, man, them niggas is soft. They pussy as fuck, nigga. Like, I went up in there, nothing happened. Bro, I never did that. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't the tone. But when they start with this, yo, he got marked out, they got told to sit down. That's why I keep telling them there's a video of it. Tell niggas to put the video out. Tell them to put the video out. Not that I'm tough, because everybody knows academics. I'm not tough. But it will show that these people who you think are super gangsters, no, they're just businessmen, bro. Like, we had a conversation like two businessmen. They're probably
hold on. Them being businessmen don't mean they ain't gangsters, though.
They're not gangsters.
Look, let me ask you this question.
I'm not talking about Dave Free.
I'm not talking about back on Fig. No, I'm talking about y'all had a conservative conversation.
Respectful.
Yeah, it's a respectful conversation, and
right.
That's where we should leave it. You know what I mean? So I didn't leave that conversation saying, oh, yeah, I checked them, I did this. Oh, no. So, you know, really, my words ain't really have nothing to, I'm not even giving words to Dave Free or Anthony, because I leave that conversation as meant. I'll address the two stooges over there. You know what I mean? I think, you know, I don't know.
The two stooges.
He called them. Like, I got one nigga who got one leg, one nigga got one hand. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like,
6 limbs between the two of them, to be fair.
Yeah, no, T-Rail is definitely a retard.
That shit
But I think one thing you're forgetting is that his wife is like broke as fuck too. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they play this.
The
Shots fired.
But here's the thing that I'm confused about, Act. Like, supposedly.
Wait, oh yeah.
No,
it's up.
But Act, here's the thing that I'm confused about. Like, isn't this supposedly like a victory lap essentially for Kendrick? He just won the beef. He's got the ups. Why does Dave Free even feel compelled to bang on a media personality no, I'm not.
It got
that
personal.
No, I'm not.
He was used in a bar that went viral about him having kids.
I understand that, but he didn't say the bar.
His clients.
But regardless, all Ag is doing is reacting.
Dumbass question.
No. All Ag is doing is giving his 2 cents. Why is that? Why should Ag be
I just answered your
held
question
accountable
though.
for that?
Dave Free Dave Free's supposed to feel a way about that. He got made into a bar in a tweet somebody could use.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point.
No.
He didn't do that.
But Academics is a fucking a huge supporter of Drake, and it seems like he takes shit very personal. If Drake takes
But Kendrick won the beef. So why the fuck? So he should be like, oh, what's up, Academics? The media guy that was supporting.
He won the beef in totality. But we talking about invasive things like that hit nerves. He won the beef to the world. To the world. But the little bars that stick to these people that it is direct darts.
Still not Act fault.
So, but why would Dave Free care if he won the beef if he caught a stray bully?
Again,
so he's supposed to feel away, and he had a conversation.
Not about Act though.
No. See, that's why they call you a glacier, bro.
Why?
This nigga.
I disagree.
Why? No. Because it's understandable why he feel away. They had a conversation about it, got to understand it, and it's cool. But you trying to
no. That's not my point. That's not the point. Is
by the way, you know, and
you don't get cool
Dave
points
Free,
for
and
that,
again, you know, I think I've been trying to because I have respect for both conversations I had. I'm not trying to make him look crazy or misrepresent the conversation. Speaking with him, and again, you know, I invite him. I know one of his people got the video. They could put the video out that everybody could just see.
No, we ain't talking about you looking like a punk no more. Did I say anything wrong? Is Dave Free is he wrong for feeling disrespected?
You know, I'm telling you why he told me that, you know, I think maybe that's why he came and approached me, right? He's like, I think at first he was just like, he was almost saying, like, are you here trying to be funny, like on behalf of Drake type shit? Really, that's kind of what he was kind of asking. At
Okay,
first.
that kind of
And I
makes
was
sense.
like, no, nigga, I came here and I literally said, if I felt I had an issue with you, why would I come to your show? Like, what do you think? Like why would I come to your show? I can't have nothing on me. I just come to your show to be funny.
All right,
But hold on. But is that a dumb question though? After,
What do you mean?
but
No, that's not a dumb question.
okay, it's not because you know the stance you took with the OVO thing, and then you said sending people to clouds and shit. So it's not a dumb question, right?
Yeah, that wasn't a dumb question. I didn't say it's a dumb question.
All right.
Yo, I have a question though, because this is my observation about it is that I feel like everybody around Kendrick acts as if Kendrick demands everybody have blind loyalty to him. Whereas, like, from my experience with Drake, I've been super critical about stuff with Drake. I've said that I didn't like the new album, etc. Drake still talks to me like it's on some regular shit. Like, I feel like Drake, even with Ack, is much more understanding of the role of a media figure, and that if you're cool with a person like Adam or Ack, that you're just gonna have to deal with the fact that they're not always gonna have 100% positive shit to say about you. But whereas like Kendrick, it feels like everybody in his circle, you have to 100% glaze him at all times, or else you are not allowed to be part of any of this shit.
No, so why,
let me ask you one
why
question.
Drake go bad on Joe Budden when he had his input on this music?
But Joe's shit was personal.
No.
I'll tell you what the Drake and Joe thing is. Drake told me directly because I asked Drake about it. I said, Drake, I criticize you too. So why are you going up on it? He says Joe was trying to throw some. Oh, he's trying to appeal to little girls. He like little girl stuff. And come on now, again, it's the same. It's the same thing that Kendrick tripled down on.
Okay,
right?
so what's the problem with him and Charlemagne?
Well,
so he no. So people that's media that give their input on him.
The music, you would criticize him saying he looks like a little light skinned girl. Like
that's his
when
opinion.
you're not criticizing the person's music and you're saying you're having personal attacks, of course they're not gonna fuck with you.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Ack.
Think about Elliot Wilson. Elliot Wilson went up on Drake because he didn't get like a fourth interview. You know what I mean?
that was gay as fuck.
That was weird.
But in reality, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing I was kind of taken back about the dudes who call somebody a pedophile. I can't believe they're like, yo, why y'all talking about our family? And I was like,
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's not necessarily coming from me. The song says I think the kid belonged to Dave Free. I don't know who the fuck.
That's my whole point.
And Hefe got a question.
All right, so let me ask one like kind of question, kind of offshoot. So did you go to the concert already knowing in your mind that it wasn't gonna be no problem, or you know what I'm saying? Let's just say if he kind of like just came like, look, man, the shit that's being said, man, I'm passionate about it, man. I need a friendly fade, man. Would you give him that fade?
Fuck no.
I mean,
A fade in a stadium?
Wait,
A stadium.
Why we fade?
The stadium.
I'm not taking no
Damn,
fade on
gangland.
behalf of Drake. Dave Free was sounding to me like he wants to fade with Drake. And he even said to me, he said, yo, I think this part of the conversation, he said, man, like before I came up here, I was thinking real negative, but my anger would be misguided. Bro, that's what I keep saying. I know where Drake lives. Go put it on him. Pause. But
and this right here is exactly why Drake stopped fucking with him.
Between me and them.
That's why Drake don't even fuck with him. What? Facts. Both y'all ain't gonna catch face for each other. That's what.
So again, I ain't go there to be funny, but also I didn't go in there to tuck my tail and just like hide.
Facts.
Okay, I got out of there to talk shit online because I don't want to talk shit online. I wanted to see the concert and see how it was. And from what I saw, it was a pretty good concert. I was confused a little bit by the crowd.
And they said that Toronto show was bigger than the LA show.
It might be.
That's
I
crazy.
was disappointed with Toronto. I don't think Toronto. A lot of people at that Toronto show didn't realize the idea of Not Like Us. Drake ain't the only one that song represented. It represented pretty much every nigga from Toronto.
Nah.
He dissed the whole squad. He did, yeah.
No, the squad, not Toronto.
Yeah. Not the whole city.
OVO is not Toronto.
Brother, he references Canada and Toronto multiple times.
I gotta listen
I'm
back.
glad D Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him. That's not Drake's.
But this is the thing. My
I got
my
this
whole
one
thing
right
about
here.
diss songs, like, yo, I love Ether and Takeover, and I do not hate Nas or Jay-Z. Like, people can love a diss song and not hate the person that the diss song is about. And I would really honestly say for like a song like that really appeals to the mainstream, that's like the vast majority opinion. Like, well, like I love a million diss songs and don't have anything personal against the person that's being dissed.
Bro, there's literally
But
there's
hold on,
political
but
figures
You're from New
apologizing
Hampshire, bro.
for
You
attending
supposed to
that
ride with
show.
New Hampshire.
But especially when it's not deadly warfare. It's not gang warfare. Nobody has died over this.
I don't think Drake could have came to LA and did a show like that.
I agree.
It wouldn't have happened.
No,
I'm surprised that
look,
Kendrick
look.
could even do
Look,
that
look,
in Toronto.
I
feel
listen
like-
to Drake a lot. I still like Drake. I'm cool. The homies from Boston probably don't. But I like Drake.
Glazers.
But I'm gonna say this. He wouldn't have been. Fuck no. If Drake would have came to LA with that, it would have been a problem. And,
For sure.
and Toronto sold Drake out.
I feel, well, dude, like there's literal political figures going to the event that like apologized when they were
Yeah.
seen there.
That
and
one
shit,
dude
like-
with the fucking
Yeah.
whatever the hell that thing is on his head.
The one like I forget bro's
The
name. He's
fool
like,
with the funny hat.
yeah, Indian bro.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck that guy
You know,
is.
talking about her head.
No, it's some political guy out there. He wears a stupid ass like Hindu spinny
bro,
thing. I don't
Punjabi
care.
hat. Yeah.
And literally, when Drake was beefing with Meek Mill, politicians from Canada was saying, Meek Mill, don't come here. He had the politicians talking crazy about him. So for
Yeah, that is true.
so
That
so
is true.
so
That's
so
a fact.
so for him to come perform in Toronto and the whole city is chanting and some encore perform Not Like Us Again, that's crazy.
That's why I said that's W Kendrick, and that's why I said W Ack as far as going to the event
Man,
and not
you
getting
gotta
press.
loop back in with that.
No, it's an easy loop back. Easy. That's
Hey,
how
look,
Stella
look,
got
look, look,
her.
look.
That's how Stella got her loop back.
Don't put W's and L's with Dave Free and Act, because that'll be.
Man, yeah, but this shit right here crazy. This shit right here crazy, bro. This shit crazy. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta go take care of some shit. I'll be right back.
I don't go, you act too scared to go outside. You go, yo, listen, you popped up unannounced. You go there, nothing happens. Yo, you got marked out. You go there, you film yourself there. Oh, you was trying to make them look crazy. You can't win. And I've known this through the internet, but I didn't go there for that reason. Again, at least I could say, I went to the It's a Blur tour. That was the highest grossing tour. This tour is gonna pass it, the Grand National Tour. I went to both of them. Again, I wasn't hiding. I don't think those men have anything they would say that would contrary what I'm saying, and that's it. So again, I'm not trying to continue. I'm not trying to like fight with the internet for a win. Like there is no win.
We got to go to the next Taylor Swift tour.
Oh, yeah, I'll pop out, you know what I mean? I'll pop out with a Kelsey thing. What's the problem?
I'll get a box for Taylor.
Damn, your girl like Taylor. That's all.
Nah, I just fuck with her.
Taylor's box.
That's
though.
white excellence right there.
And by the way,
She's the
here's
best thing we
too,
got.
man.
Her and G-Eazy. What are you saying?
Yo, I seen somebody just said, I think it was Munchie B just said it. Listen, hey, it's a difference, right? Like, I showed up to the event. It's not like I'm in their riser. I don't have backstage passes. I'm really away from them. This is not like I'm going there like staring at Kendrick in front of the stage. I'm there in a box. Again, for them they had to try to come to me.
Oh, I thought you were like VIP backstage with these fools type
No,
shit.
no, they would have to give me those tickets.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I saw where you were on your Instagram story. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in the box again.